right, welcome back to the Tippler's Forum. We got a lot to cover after the Labor Day weekend and the short week now. Things have gotten a lot of crazy. A lot of things are happening. I've been busy drafting like crazy because I'm stupid. Last night I finished my 10th draft in what is apparently a 7,000 plus fantasy football tournament. So we'll see how we do. So in the glass, neat, in the Glen Canyon glass is Mrs. Single Barrel Straight Rye. One of my favorite companies currently. So let's get started with the rant. All right, Leonard Fournette. This is why you listen to Fantasy Football Expert unless you just want to piss away your money and just be the butt of the joke every year. We told you, a lot of people have told you, there was particular things about how Jacksonville is run. Now, Jacksonville is one of the worst teams in the NFL, definitely bottom five, not as bad as Washington, but I'll give them that. But we just knew, regardless of the statistic, that something weird was going on with Leonard Fournette. Of course, he gets cut because nobody would trade him for him, and Tampa has now got him as a deal. So, listen to your Fantasy Football Expert. So, but good for him. Like, Leonard Fournette's going to go somewhere where he's wanted and appreciated. And, he'll have some fun over there. I definitely think he won't start week one as the running back, the main running back. I think Ronald Jones will kind of get one chance. But, I mean, it's Leonard Fournette. So, he obviously fell in a lot of people's ranking. He didn't fall out of the ranking. I wouldn't draft him. However, a lot of people have asked me, what I do, when would I take him? If he's there in the seventh, as my RB4 or 5, I'm fine with taking him in the seventh. Maybe not my 5, maybe my 4. However, poor Rojo, okay, Ronald Jones, yeah, he's done. I'm not going to touch him. I mean, he's got a hell of a mountain to climb. And just so y'all know, who's that stupid running back that never gets any attention? Keyshawn Vaughn. Sorry, late in the day for me. Avoid him. Don't even draft him. Leave him on the waiver wire. If someone does draft him, that's a landmine, and that's something we don't do on the Fantasy Tippler. I love the nose on this thing. Okay, so next. The Eagles have cut 3 running backs, leaving only 3 running backs on the squad, Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Clement, which tells me they're not worried about injuries to Miles Sanders and they're moving forward without him. I still think he's going to bust based on his ADP. See, I think, personally, Miles Sanders should be drafted based on his performance at the same kind of 5th, 6th round as David Montgomery. They both kind of had similar years last year, although Miles Sanders performed a little bit better. I had them both on my team last year, and they both busted. So I keep him at my number 12, just so I won't look foolish when he does blow up. But I'm not taking him in the first. I will take him maybe in the late second. Like if I'm going to pair him with Saquon Barkley, Zeke Elliott, or a Christian McCaffrey, Miles Sanders combo is nice. But I haven't drafted him in leagues. In all 10 of my leagues, I did not. I skipped over him. I went Kenyon Drake. I went, a lot of people over him. Clyde Edwards fell to me in the 12th spot. I took him over Miles Sanders. Then took Julio Jones. So, all right, what's next in the news? Cam Newton voted by the players as captain on the Patriots. And the coaches have named him starter. Moving on. James Robinson is now listed as the starting running back for Jacksonville Jaguars. Stats him if you want to, if you have a deep lead. I've been drafting so well, with the exception of one lead, in all 9 of them, that I don't have any room to stash him. Not for Jacksonville. I have Chris Thompson. I've thought about replacing him with Chris Thompson. And I tried just to wait till week 1. The one league where I drafted bad is I drafted on tilt. and I'll talk about that later. It's just the worst thing that can happen. It's like all of a sudden you're recent everywhere because you misdrafted in like 2 rounds. Um, and James Robinson, I was going to try to grab him, thinking he was going to fall to me in the very last round. Got drafted right before me. I get sniped left. That's when you're on tilt. When you get sniped left and right, and you're just not prepared when your pick comes around. So next, Josh Rosen was signed to the Tampa Bay practice squad after getting cut by Miami. God. This guy's got like a good luck sign. Like, you keep fucking hanging on. Like, just go join the marketing firm. You're fine. You're done. Carolina Panthers, this was popped into my news feed. Carolina Panthers have released Reggie Bonifan. They weren't paying him that much. They were paying him nothing. So I thought that was kind of weird, him being Christian McCaffrey's backup. Mike Davis, who is a better running back, is now his backup. I'm happy with that. I stashed Mike Davis in one of my leagues it's my dynasty league. I stashed him just in case, some magic happened because I'm pretty light on running backs in that league. Anyway, so let's talk about contracts. Contract. Lots of juicy stuff going on. Okay, so Jalen Ramsey, holy shit, $105 million over 5 years. He's just set the quarterback market. Cheers, bub. Cheers. We're going to drink that one. That's nice, man. And you deserve it. I think the Rams is just a great team for you under, the head coach over there. Deshaun Watson, this was brilliant. $160 million over 4 years. That's perfect. He didn't try to chase Patrick Mahomes' 10-year fucking deal. No one really should. You win a Super Bowl your rookie year, like Colin Kaepernick almost did. 10 years, $500 million. But $160 million over 4 years is still $160 million. And in 4 years, he gets another contract unless something drastic happens, and it'll be more money for a shorter period of time. I think that was great. Whoever his agent is, give him a call. Get him as your agent. I haven't been to my financial advisor. Damn. All right. You could shift recent DeAndre Hopkins 2-year, $54.5 million contract. Good Lord, that makes him the highest, I think. Yeah, it makes him the highest wide receiver after Julio Jones. Good for you, man. Good for you. I definitely think you're better than DeAndre Adams. Devontae Adams. Wow. Yes, I've been drinking. So anyway, moving on. Congratulations, Hopkins. I'm proud of you. This one's really funny. So Josh McCown, I couldn't believe that. He's 41 years old. You saw how old and beat up he looked when he had to step in once again for Carson Wentz. He's just everybody in the league adores him. So he's an emergency quarterback, technically on the practice squad. So he gets paid $12,000 a week just to stay in shape, be aware of the playbook. Because he's been around the league since, he was in his early 20s. It's nothing he can't learn on the fly, and he's already been with the organization for a while. So, good job, Josh. You deserve it. Just sit at home, relax, and earn $12,000 a week. That's awesome. Now, I think we're going to see him at the coach very, very soon. So, I'm going to be watching out for that. He's going to be a great coach someday. Last one. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. The last one that kind of popped up. It's $80 million, 4-year, $80 million extension for Keelan Allen. Wait, hold on. Maybe that makes him the highest paid receiver after. Yeah, hold on. Let me do the math on this real quick. Yeah, hold on. I'm wrong. Okay, so DeAndre Hopkins, that's a lot. But I think 4-year, $80 million. I think that makes Keelan Allen the highest paid after Julio Jones. Anyway, good for you. I think they overpaid a little bit, but maybe you'll magically get some touchdowns this year. Okay. All right, David Montgomery returns to practice. So if you drafted over the last few days, you probably got David Montgomery in the 7th or 8th round, which is a freaking deal. I wasn't dropping him. I'd take him in the 6th. So I still have hope for David Montgomery. I don't consider him much of a bust as Miles Sanders is because he's going in the 6th round. I'm okay with that. As my running back, not 2. If you're drafting him as your running back 2, you're going to bust. So, yeah, my running back 3, I'm fine with that. Returning to practice makes me happy. Um, Brandon Ayuk did not practice at all today. So I'm officially recommending that fuck all San Francisco wide receivers. I can't take this game with Kyle Shanahan anymore. Like, which running back is going to start? Which wide receiver is going to start? Maybe Debo Samuel will start this week. Maybe he doesn't. Whatever the fuck. I'm done. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm treating you guys like the Patriot backfield. I'm not touching any of the wide receivers from San Francisco. I might start Moshe, Raheem Mostert, and obviously George Kittle. That's about it. Damn it, San Fran. All right. Mike Evans, possible hamstring issues. Same old story. God, that fucking guy. All right. I'm not even going to talk. Like, we're just going to move on. I just want to talk about what I think some of the biggest busts this week are, and the big name busts, and why you should not start them. All right, Miles Sanders. I know I'm going to be crucified for this. Dude, if you have an opportunity to start, let's say, Marlon Mack or Mark Ingram, go ahead and just put Miles Sanders on your bench, because they'll more than likely, they're probably going to ease him in and then just go through the air and let Boston Scott take a lot of second and third down and fourth down. So they can get him later in the year. I don't know who's running the training program over in Philadelphia and San Francisco, but they need to be fired. Something's going on. They're not doing the stretches right or something. I think it's one of my biggest busts of the year. And I'm definitely going to be a bust for week 1. Devin Singletary, I'm avoiding him. In fact, I've been drafting Jack Moss a lot lately. I think he's going to overtake his role a lot quicker, and Singletary is going to be shoved into the Nyheim Hines not producing for fantasy kind of situation. So, big name. And the last one is the one I've been talking about for years. A lot of people had a lot of hype about him in the offseason. You know, I don't care what his numbers were last year. I care how they're going to unfold this year. I like winning this year. Mike Evans should be on your fucking bench. Because if he's on your team, you didn't listen to me and you drafted him. So why even watching my show? Bench or trade Mike Evans off of your team right now. Get 2 rookies, get a fucking kicker, get him off your fucking team. That guy is going to break your heart like the girl who got your first kiss from. I promise you. All right, well, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of catching up. I just want to do one quick shout out. Good luck for week 1, and we'll see you at the end of it.